Do you need a dopamine detox? Well, if you are a brain fried consumer of anything social media, then you probably do. And even if you're not that brain fried, just living in modern life on social media, the food we eat, the texting instead of talking face to face, not working out when you know you should be working out. Okay, all these things lead to more of a short term gratification. So here I'm going to show you how you can help rewire your brain because if you're not feeling as good as you know that you should feel, the chances are for most people that there are some lifestyle habits that are holding you back. You know you should be exercising. You know you should be eating healthy. You know shouldn't be doom scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, but you just can't help it. And so I'll show you how to break that habit. But first, we got to understand how the brain works. Your brain and everyone's brain over thousands, tens of thousands of years of evolution is wired to put in the least amount of effort to get the biggest outcome, the most viable outcome. And social media is a perfect example. We'll go there first. So we all crave connection. We want social bonding. We want meaningful relationships, and to be around people who are not only entertaining but also interesting and educational and inspirational. And so, yeah, social media. Not that it's all bad. It spreads a lot of it. It's how I'm talking to you now. But where's the line? Where's the line? Are you spending too much time scrolling? Are you connecting with your friends as well as you could be, or connecting with your coworkers and being as productive as you could be? Or is social media sapping your energy because it's so easy to get that quick hit of pleasure, right? You just scroll and you're entertained. You scroll and you learn something. You scroll a little more, you're entertained. Okay, and so the delay between effort and reward is very small. Okay, but what's the trade-off in the long term? Well, an empty brain, essentially. Okay, so a weak mind, a weak will. And so when everything's so easy, it just comes to you so easily, it's hard to encounter challenges and be able to overcome them. And so that's one challenge here. Now, the way to overcome that is by looking to put your attention in other avenues that lead to the same outcome. Because what's the outcome that you're after when you're scrolling on TikTok? Like I said, you want to either learn something or be entertained. Well, have a conversation with somebody, give value to somebody rather than consuming it from the screen. Okay, create value with your relationships. Call someone you haven't called in a while, your grandma or a friend. Have a real conversation and ask them what's going on. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What can I do for you? Okay, that's going to get you out of consume mode and into create mode. Create value. People like to be around people who create value. And how about you? Do you like to be around someone who's just half dead inside and they just kind of scroll like, with their mouth gaping open, their chin tucked down like this? Like, that's not a person who's alive. That's a person who is lacking something in their life. Okay, so switch from consuming to creating. Next, how about food? Food's an easy one to conceptualize this idea. You just go to the 7-Eleven, go to the grocery store, go to the pantry, get something quick and easy in a bag or a frozen dinner you just pop in the microwave. Or swing by Chipotle, which isn't the worst thing, right? Probably the best thing out of all those options. But that's in the same way, it's giving you that quick dopamine spike. And dopamine is not the reward. Actually, most people don't understand or they incorrectly understand that it's not the reward. That's the chemical in your brain that's anticipating the reward. So when you're scrolling, that's when dopamine is spiking. Okay, but and with your food, when you're anticipating and craving junk food or food, probably isn't the healthiest, but that potato chip or that chocolate bar's got your name all over it. At least you think it does late at night. Okay, that's quick access to food, just like quick access to entertainment and educational content. Your food is the same way. Usually food that's packaged and processed, that's engineered to hit the bliss point, meaning that perfect mix of salt, sugar, fat, sour, sweet, that spikes those pleasure centers in your brain. Those types of foods are not supportive for your health in general, right? Am I telling you anything that you don't know? Probably not. So then how do you overcome it? Well, it just takes one meal at a time. Just start with one meal a day. One meal a day. Cook for yourself. Create what we call the power plate method. Have a good serving of protein, a palm-sized serving of protein, 2 or 3 thumbs worth of healthy fat, and 2 colorful vegetables, different colors. Okay, purple and red, or orange and yellow and green, right? Any 2 colors. That's the power plate. That gives you all the nutrients your body needs to extract good, clean energy from and produce energy and clear, sharp focus and feeling light in your feet and lean in your body, not slow and depressed and heavy. Okay, so 1 meal a day. Can you do that? Can you start with that? Good. Last one is, let's go with exercise and movement, because obviously that's one of the most common areas that people struggle with, take the easy way out. And so sedentary lifestyle is killing us. I mean, every body system struggles. Every aspect of your health struggles when you're not exercising. Your brain, your pain from inflammation, energy, mood, all these things, it's a digestion, bowel movements, everything slows down and it just becomes more stale the less you exercise. So on the flip side of that, the good news is that every single aspect of your health benefits from exercise. Every single aspect. So your focus will improve, your energy will improve, you'll burn more fat, build more lean muscle, you'll increase your digestive function or improve it and have more easy regular bowel movements. So who doesn't want that? Of course you do. So how do you exercise more then? Well, at least 30 minutes of walking. Like, can you walk? Okay, maybe not going to the gym, maybe not doing high intensity exercise. We'll get to that in a second, but are you at least going for a walk? Okay, once a day, 20, 30 minutes, at least 5 times a week, but ideally every day, just for the habit of creating a habit, right? Make habits of creating good habits so that these things will become, that they don't remain to be an effort. It's such a pain in the butt. They just become easy. All right. So start there, and then eventually, rewire your brain to like exercise by doing things that you enjoy, or like Zumba, dancing, or swimming if you're not as much of a running person. Okay, something you enjoy, or do something that you enjoy while you're doing the exercise, like listening to a podcast or good music or talking to a friend. You're visualizing your day and being proactive and planning what you're going to be doing later that day to win and succeed in every area of your life. Visualizing exactly what you're going to be doing and not just blowing like a leaf in the wind, because that's how you become a brain-fried, dopamine-seeking individual. Instead, I want you to be an empowered creator of your health, of your whole life. Okay, so there you go. That's today's lesson here. And hang up the phone, right? Put the phone down now and go make a plan. What are you going to do after having learned this? Okay, how are you going to think differently? Which area? Food, relationships, exercise. Pick one. Which one of those are you going to think differently about? And then go ahead and create a plan to change it.